About 5 years ago, I learned that there was a certification that I could take to expand on my knowledge of beer. So once I started getting involved with the beer industry, I realized I wanted to know everything about it. Essentially, a Cicerone is to beer as a sommelier is to wine. So similar to studying terroir, you study where the ingredients have come from, where the hops have come from and grown all over the world, different water sources, different yeast strains, different grains you can use, and you study the history and you study the styles. Coming from New Brunswick, I grew up knowing light lagers and thinking that wine was something fancy and elevated, but was never exposed to craft beer, really. It just didn't exist at that time in my world. I do as much beer education as I can. I do work in bars and I love to bring in new beers and talk to different customers and do food pairings. I love working with chefs. I do a lot of work preparing beer dinners, so curating an experience, starting with, first course, a bit of a lighter fare, all the way to like a rich chocolatey dessert with some crazy imperial bourbon barrel-aged stout. So I love curating those journeys. People ask me what my favorite beer is, and that's a really hard question because it changes. Each season changes. It's raining right now. My tastes are different today than they were yesterday when it was sunny. I do have a few favorites in Toronto. I love Bellwood's Brewery is one of my favorites. They have such a vast repertoire of different styles. They have dry hop sours that are a really huge style in Canada right now. So sampling beer is going to be similar in terms of steps to sampling wine or anything else. You're going to want to look at your beer, you can appreciate the color and whether it's filtered or unfiltered. You're going to want to smell the beer, get all those delicate aromatics. You're going to smell whether it's piney or citrusy. You're going to smell whether you're about to have something that's acidic, tart, and then sample your beer. The industry in Canada is blossoming. Now we're starting to see this boom.